My daughter's wedding was yesterday. She told me it was just for special people. A week later, I found out the devastating truth. I'm still reeling from what happened. It all started with a simple text message from my daughter. Let's call her Chloe. It was a picture of her and her now husband, dressed in wedding attire, smiling from ear to ear. The caption read, "Surprise. We got married yesterday." My heart swelled with joy. I immediately called her, ready to pour out all my happy tears and congratulations. But her response wasn't what I expected. When I asked her why I wasn't invited, her voice went cold. "Mom, it was a very small, intimate ceremony. Just for special people." The words hit me like a slap in the face. Special people. What did that mean? Wasn't I, her own mother, special enough? I've been a single mom since she was a toddler. I worked 2 jobs, skipped meals, and put every ounce of my energy into giving her the best life I could. We were a team, a dynamic duo against the world. At least, I thought we were. She tried to soften the blow by saying they were planning a bigger celebration later, a reception where everyone would be invited. But the damage was done. The phrase "just for special people" echoed in my mind, a cruel reminder of my exclusion. I spent the next few days in a fog of hurt and confusion. I tried to be happy for her, I really did. I kept telling myself she was an adult. It was her wedding, her choice. But I couldn't shake the feeling of profound betrayal. My own daughter didn't want me at one of the most important moments of her life. Then, about a week later, the full truth came crashing down. My sister, who has always been my rock, called me. She sounded hesitant, which immediately put me on edge. She said, "I think there's something you need to see." She sent me a link to my new son-in-law's social media page. His profile was public, and what I saw shattered my world into a million pieces. It was a photo album titled "Our Perfect Day." There they were, Chloe and her husband, but they weren't alone. There were dozens of photos, and dozens of guests. His entire family was their parents, grandparents, siblings, cousins, aunts, and uncles. But that wasn't all. My ex-husband, Chloe's father, was there too, and standing right beside him was his new wife. They were all there, smiling, laughing, celebrating. Everyone was there. Except for me. My ex-husband and I had a bitter divorce years ago. He was barely in Chloe's life, showing up for the occasional birthday with a flashy gift. But never there for the hard stuff: the parent-teacher conferences, the sick days, the broken hearts. He remarried a woman I've never gotten along with, and they had always treated me with a certain level of disdain. To see them there, given places of honor at my daughter's wedding while I was cast aside, was a pain I can't even describe. The lie was so calculated. Just for special people wasn't about intimacy. It was a deliberate choice to exclude me. It was a clear message: you are not welcome. The new family, the one with money and a father figure, was in. The mother who had sacrificed everything was out. The pain was unbearable. I couldn't breathe. It felt like my entire life, all the love and effort I had poured into my daughter, had been erased. I confronted Chloe. At first, she tried to deny it, saying it was just a small gathering that got a little bigger than planned. But the pictures didn't lie. Finally, the truth came out in a torrent of excuses. "Mom, you and Dad's wife just don't get along. It would have been awkward. We didn't want any drama on our special day." Drama? I had never caused a scene in my life. I would have put on my best smile and been the most gracious mother of the bride imaginable, just to see my daughter happy. Her husband, the one whose family was fully present, apparently pushed for this. He wanted his perfect family there, and my presence would have complicated the picture. Chloe, my sweet daughter, chose to appease her new husband and his family over her own mother. She chose to lie to me, to humiliate me, to break my heart, just to avoid a little potential awkwardness. She told me I was being selfish, that I was trying to make her wedding all about me. She said I should just be happy for her. How could I be happy? My daughter had chosen a side, and it wasn't mine. She had shown me exactly where I stood in her new life. I wasn't a special person. I was an inconvenience. So, I did something I never thought I would do. I told her I needed space. I blocked her number. I couldn't bear to hear any more excuses or justifications. The big reception they were planning. I told her not to bother sending an invitation. I wouldn't be attending. If I wasn't good enough for the real wedding, I certainly wasn't going to be a prop in her show for the extended family and friends. A part of me feels guilty. She's my only child. But the other part of me, the part that's been deeply wounded, knows that I need to protect myself. This wasn't a simple mistake. It was a calculated act of cruelty. I had raised her to be a kind and compassionate person, and what she did was the complete opposite of that. She valued her father's new wife, a woman she barely knows, over the mother who gave her everything. My friends and my sister have been incredibly supportive. They're all horrified by Chloe's behavior. They keep telling me I did the right thing, that I need to stand up for myself. But it doesn't make the nights any easier. I lie awake replaying every memory, trying to pinpoint where I went wrong. Did I not show her enough love? Did I push her away somehow? Then I realize, this isn't on me. A child who is capable of this level of deception and cruelty towards a parent who has only ever loved them has a problem that goes far beyond me. I gave her my all, and in return, she treated me as disposable. I've decided to focus on myself now. I'm rediscovering hobbies I let go of while raising her. I'm spending more time with my sister and friends who value me. It's a long road, and the pain is still very raw. There's a Chloe-shaped hole in my heart that may never fully heal. I don't know if our relationship can ever be repaired. Trust, once shattered like this, is almost impossible to piece back together. She would have to show true remorse, to understand the depth of the pain she caused, and I just don't see that happening. Right now, my priority is healing. I've learned a harsh lesson. Sometimes, the people you love the most are the ones who can hurt you the deepest. And sometimes, the strongest thing you can do is to walk away to save yourself. I am a special person. I am a loving mother, and I deserve to be treated with respect, not tossed aside for the sake of convenience. I'm choosing to believe that. Thank you for listening to my story.